Hello and welcome to the dorm room. Today we are going to be talking about
the start of the NHL season,
NFL Week 4, NBA top 10 players,
and the MLB playoffs. That and more! Coming up on the dorm room.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 5 of the dorm room. 5 episodes. I am Josh, joined by Dylan, Ben, who's back, Nato, Anthony, and Jarrett. And before we begin, I have a few announcements for us. I'm going to start off with a little bit on a sad note. Colin, unfortunately, is sick, and he is not with us for a couple of weeks. Hopefully we'll have him back as soon as possible. But
shout out to our phone. So
rest in peace, our guy.
Colin, I know you're watching this. Please feel better. We're hoping for you to come back soon.
Damn ligma, man.
On a brighter note, a couple more announcements. We have new lighting, which we had last week. We forgot to announce that, but we're trying to make things a little more, a little easier to watch. We have a new microphone. Hopefully this will work out. Might be tricky, but we'll see.
Like nothing of the
we have a new logo that we've had for a few weeks. So I don't know if you've noticed that. We have a new Twitter that Anthony made, and we've all been kind of running. So if you want to follow that, link will be in the description. Put it on the screen. Lastly, we're available for our podcast is now available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Anchor. So we're all over the place now. Perfect.
We're spread out.
Now that all the boring stuff's out of the way, we can get into
the meat and
the
potatoes.
steak and potatoes,
Steak and potatoes.
as Mitch Moreland would say. We're gonna try to keep this one quick because we don't really know a lot about the NHL. Ben does. We like to watch. The NHL season started last night. The 2018 Stanley Cup champions, Washington Capitals, played against the defending champions, St. Louis Blues. Does anyone know the score of that game? It was a really good game.
3-2.
It went to 1 OT. 1 OT, 3-2, and the Capitals won. That was a fun one to watch. I was kind of bouncing in and out of playoffs in the NHL. Because I had it on 2 TVs. But Ovi had a goal.
He's gonna get 50 goals again, easily.
You think so?
He's like, what, 45?
How old is Alex Ovechkin?
He's old.
Yeah, he's old.
He has
And I don't think he can read, but he can play hockey.
I like what the NHL did, though. They put some blockbuster games on the first night.
Yeah, because the other big game, sorry to cut you off, Jared, was a repeat of last year's Sharks Golden Knights, which went to Game 7 in the first round on the Western Conference. Unfortunately, the Golden Knights, it was not really that thrilling of a game. The Knights won 4-1, but still exciting game.
I mean, that's shocking, really, because San Jose has the best defense with Erik Karlsson. He's like 32 entering his prime. Like, the guy's filthy.
32 entering your prime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he just keeps going up, I guess.
So you're going to have a quick prime is what you're telling me.
And I'll tell you, that season, or that series was really exciting to watch, so I was surprised to see such a blowout. I was kind of falling asleep watching because it's out on the West Coast, so it was late here. The Bruins are playing right now. They're playing the Dallas Stars. Scores 2-1 Bruins. I don't know the name, but there was just a pretty serious injury. They were taking one of the Stars off, number 45, I think.
Rest in peace, our guy. He was not moving.
No,
he was deceased.
And it was one of those. If you remember,
eyes closed.
If you guys remember when Gordon Hayward got hurt, you remember how like both teams were all like shooken up. It was like that. Like the Bruins players were shooken up. So I don't know what happened to him.
He's big tough.
I wish I caught that. But
He's big tough.
yeah, the NHL is underway, and I couldn't be more excited about it. Hoping we don't lose in a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup at home.
NHL 20 has the Bruins winning the Stanley Cup this year, by the way.
Oh yeah, did you guys see that?
That's a flaming hot take.
Long
Yeah.
season.
I don't
Hey,
see.
I really
I'm
want to
just
get
saying, I'm putting it out there, NHL.
You guys lost Phil Kessel, right? Nope.
Phil
That
Kessel.
is that is Pittsburgh.
We lost Marcus Johansson.
Phil Kessel.
If he
Well, he left. He
I
went to
forgot
a
where he
shit
went,
team.
but Marcus Johansson we lost, and we might have lost Joakim Nordstrom too. They both came from the Devils, I believe, last season, like mid-season.
Oh, it was like a rental kind of thing.
Yeah, and I mean it worked out, got us to the Stanley Cup, but
Yeah.
Well, not quite.
Worked out at halfway.
hey, all the way game 7. But hey, that was a questionable Stanley Cup. So a lot of those calls, but we won't get into it.
Rangers got a dub tonight, 6-4 over the Winnipeg Jets. That was huge.
Winnipeg Jets, that's my buddy's team. I don't know why he likes them.
They have a 6 stadium. It's like super
Winnipeg
small.
Jets.
So
sick.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty
Six stadium. Like, super
I'm pretty excited to get more into the NHL this year and try to really start watching it because
hockey's so fun to watch.
I-
Only problem is
Very
they just don't televise a lot of games.
no,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
we'll stream.
what else does Nesson have on at this point? Celtics basketball?
No. They don't cover
stream
Celtics.
the Celtics.
Yeah, but if they were covering the Bruins,
They
game,
cover the Bruins every night, but like they don't ever cover like big games. Like,
Yeah,
NBC
Oh,
Sports.
because NBC takes out.
NBC Sports
Yeah.
sometimes has games, but let's do
and
on the weekend.
Nesson also doesn't cover football, but who does cover football is us because this week NFL Week 4 was not that exciting of a week.
No, it really wasn't.
I got blown up.
I mean, I was happy.
Yeah,
They got the
it was
dub
Saints
against
won.
the Cowboys.
Thursday night, we finally had a good Thursday night game. The Eagles defeated the Packers. That was probably the most exciting game of the week. 34-27 came down to
It was a good game.
an
I almost won
interception.
25 grand.
And we got another good one going on right
I was
now
close.
too.
Yeah, the Rams Seahawks is pretty good right now for Week 5. Gardner Minshew game-winning drive led to the Broncos being 0-4.
Broncos are ass. Like the thing is, they're not ass, but they just find ways to
They're
lose.
trying.
This is the second week in a row that they've lost to like a walk-off field goal.
I really thought they were gonna win that game. I feel like I
They were
remember
up 18
Joe
points.
Flacco came all the way down and scored a touchdown, and then Gardner Minshew just said, "Well,
You're funny. It's cute.
The two favorites in the AFC having some scares this week: Chiefs and the
Yeah.
Patriots.
oh wow, do I have?" I have one
bounce
thing
back
for the
against
Patriots.
Washington because they're ass.
But
They need to bounce back against Washington.
that line.
There's no such thing as bouncing back against
You
Washington.
don't think
Washington's just a W in the column. That's what it is. Just toss it in
Speaking,
there.
speaking of Patriots, Washington,
They're just like,
I would just give them the win.
you think so?
Yeah.
Anthony will remember. Anthony, remember what happened last time Patriots played the Redskins? Mr. Rob Gronkowski. Oh my goodness. You guys remember this?
2015?
You remember that?
2015,
It was
probably.
like a long time ago, but like Brock, he like took your whole defense. He just said like,
He like shut off like 9 defenders.
I think it was like November of like 2015 or something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just better.
but Jared is right. That Lions-Chiefs game, that was
Good game.
That was a great game.
Matthew Stafford is a god.
And Mahomes,
Lions look good this year.
and Mahomes didn't have any passing touchdowns.
No, but he had a lot of yards.
He didn't.
Yeah, he threw for almost like 350 yards,
Jesus
but
Christ.
he didn't have any passing touchdowns because they just kept punching it in with I don't know McCoy.
Darryl Williams.
Yeah,
McCoy got hurt.
Dave's hurt too, I think.
Did you see the Travis Kelce play, dude?
That was Swift.
Ridiculous.
Collateral. That's just so heads up. How is like heads up on player?
I don't know.
That's top.
That is.
Kelsey
That's
carried
top.
that
I
team.
feel like he definitely walked off to the sideline. And Andrew Reid was like, "Please, never do that again."
That
I don't want to see that ever again.
I mean, that's easily a fumble. If you're a
Awesome
receiver,
for you. He did. That's what I'm saying. Andy Reid was trying to listen. You're great and everything, but let's not do that again. All right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's
That's
scary,
so
but-
risky.
It's so they could. It's in such an important game like that.
Anything happens, beat.
I do have to shout out this was big. Frank Gore runs for 15,000 rushing yards, making the 4th player to ever do it. That's pretty big.
Frank Gore's what, 50?
60-ish.
50-ish.
He's getting up there.
I feel like he's just like a movie character at this point.
AARP is trying to contact him.
Yeah, he's getting content.
Wait, I want to go back to the Travis Kelce play real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you guys watch the NFL's top plays of the month on Instagram?
Why was it not
Do
there?
you want to know what the top play was?
What?
The screen pass to Julio Jones a couple weeks ago in the Sunday night game that he ran for a touchdown.
That's the best play.
That was the best play. That's what the NFL Instagram or whatever.
That's so routine, though.
When
I
did
know
they
it was a
post it?
touchdown. It was like a big touchdown in
Yeah,
that
but
game.
That's so
But
routine.
you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Did-
That's horrible.
Was this after this week? They posted this?
They posted it like
This
this
was
morning, I
Sunday.
think. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Shout out to the
Where was
NFL
Kelsey's?
media guy. Fix
It
your
was
shit.
like
Come on.
4 maybe.
Fix your shit.
Jeez.
The Vernon Davis hurdle was
NFL
great.
media guy's gonna come in.
Oh yeah, that's a big play.
Yeah.
That was fun to
I
watch.
hope NFL
Dude,
media
that-
comes out, man.
That's such a routine play too, especially for Julio. Like if you throw Julio a screen, you're like, all right, you take this out.
He's gonna catch it. and He's gonna get
That's
like.
tough.
You're a freak athlete. If you don't take it to the house, you're just butt.
Yeah, I mean,
Very routine play for him.
it's kind of just a given at this point. But back to
It
you guys.
is.
Patriots, I think, should have lost this week.
I wanted
If you have Josh Allen on the field, because they have their
sure.
backup, man.
Speaking of Josh Allen, by the way, this leads well into my next point. This is, I mean, we already know this. This is a year of the injured quarterback. Because Josh Allen went down. I think it was more of a scare. He'll be back.
Yeah.
But Mitch Trubisky went down too. And how many injured quarterbacks do we have this year?
Big
Like,
Ben.
Seven,
The record's already been set, right? Record for amount of
Breeze,
quarterbacks
Newton,
been used.
Roethlisberger, Trubisky, Allen went down. Simeon, all the Jets quarterbacks that have ever lived. What's his name went down? Minshew got hurt at the end of that game too. He'll be playing most likely. But Nick Foles.
Oh yeah, that was the first.
That was like
his first time he got knocked the fuck out.
Minshew's starting.
But the main point
That's
of this
so
whole
sad.
topic I'd like to bring up that I think we can talk about for a while, we'll try to keep it short. The NFL refs have been all over the place.
They're so bad.
They've been ass. They already screwed the Saints almost out of a win. Back with the Texans game, where they didn't call that.
They didn't call Cam Jordan's.
They blew the dead. They blew
The fans
play
are
early.
not happy.
Tom Brady's not happy. See his tweet?
Tom
He
Brady,
stopped watching the game. He was like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
I think we're on.
If Tom Brady says something, that's when you pay attention. I think.
I don't know the number now, but in the Thursday night game, of week 3, I think they said
There was a record for holding calls, whatever it was.
how many was it like 100?
It was great. It was like
something?
180 or something holding calls.
180 holding calls as of Thursday night, week 3, and now we're in Thursday night, week 5. I can only imagine.
The Redskins had 12 penalties on them last week, and I think another team, I can't remember who else, another team had 12 penalties too. I mean, that's just ridiculous. They're just throwing flags left and right. Let them play football.
Yeah. I think the league's just getting like too like cautious.
There's no other sport.
And they just
where
love
the
to
refs.
just like.
There's no
They're
other sport where the
pretty
refs.
soft nowadays.
They
Like,
are.
it's not like it was in the past. They're so safe about all that hard contact, helmet to
It's
helmet.
not even the safety though. It's all about just like holding calls, pass interference calls. They're just throwing
Roughing the
flags
pass
left and
is
right.
also huge this year too.
Yeah, there's
They've worked on it.
I think
they
it was
truly
even
worked on
last
it.
year though.
No, it was because that's when J.J. Watt just couldn't. Like you feel like you could not touch a quarterback without getting a flag put around.
I mean, they're just holding calls left and right.
Anthony makes a good point about the new reviewing PI.
I love that.
Well, yeah, you love it. You're a Saints fan. Anthony's right. Once you slow a play down, there's PI on like everything.
every
Oh,
single play. There's every play
There's
that is contested. You're gonna see PI when you slow it down. Like there's no question. Because anything you do can be like, oh yeah, I went like that. That's PI.
Exactly, just like in any sport, they
that's
can
what I'm
slow it
saying.
down.
Exactly.
Throw it down in basketball, there's gonna be a foul on every play.
That's why I think when they're able to challenge a PI or have that, it's gonna get abused by teams.
And the percentage of times that a coach wins that this year is very small. Coaches are not winning that challenge.
But so then wait, what's
Trying to overturn a PI.
But what's dictating?
Guys, I have awful news.
What?
This hasn't been recording on this mic. I've been recording on that mic though.
I
Okay.
don't really care.
All right, so we'll just keep
Yeah,
it going.
let's just use that one.
Okay.
All right, so rest in peace, that Mike.
No. I'm gonna do it for the second time. All right, continue.
Yeah, then we can compare it.
Oh yeah, the light is now on. No, the light's been on.
That's so embarrassing. All right, sorry. You guys have any closing remarks on that before we go? You
You guys
guys,
just go to the next one.
All right, we'll see you in
We'll
20
go-
seconds.
we'll go to the next one. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, guys. That was so embarrassing.
Afternoon, neighbor.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Dylan and Ben decided to switch for some reason.
No, I don't have to say anything.
That's so embarrassing. I was trying to record on this mic and I wasn't. I was recording on that mic, on our old mic still, so I have the audio. But now I'm recording on the new mic. That might get picked up, by the way, in this, so just be careful spinning it like that. But I guess whoever said it, right side, I think Dylan said it, we can compare the new mic and the old mic. So the first half of the episode. Also, I apologize, there were some people like making a ruckus out there.
Comment down below which mic you like. Mic 1, mic 2.
It's going to be mic 2.
300.
Not a question. Awful poll to throw out.
So yeah, sorry about that. That's a
Vote down
technical.
who you hate the most in the comment section below.
Ben. It's you. That's my vote.
Oh.
That's a technical mistake on my part. I apologize. Moving on, the final MLB playoff schedule has been set and is underway. The Nationals beat the Brewers 4-3 in the National League wildcard game, which was an amazing game. Lots of home runs by the Brewers, and then Juan Soto just put it away. That's huge. So they'll go on to play the Dodgers, and then the Braves and Cardinals are also playing the NLDS. Cardinals won earlier today. Did I read that their manager died or their owner died? I got a notification sometime.
Who?
The Cardinals and the
that's-
Arizona Cardinals.
That's Arizona Cardinals.
Okay, my mistake.
Football. It was still
No, but
sad.
Still sad.
Back to the wild card games.
I was in class when I read that, so I
Back
was
to the
confused.
wild card games, though, that when they brought up the Brewers and the Nats, that was just depressing because Josh Hader's been a top 3 reliever in the league.
He was all over the place at the end of there.
Did you see Juan Soto literally grab his nutsack at Josh Hader before?
Sure, I did.
Because Josh Hader threw a pitch out like 30 feet in front of him, and then Juan Soto started dancing, grabbed his nutsack, and the very next pitch, 3-run, he should have had a double, but he kept running, so he got tagged
He was
out.
pumped. They won the game 4-3. The last hit made it to the warning track, though. The Brewers popped one on the warning track, would have tied it, but still,
Christian Yelich to
no, they need him.
next year.
It is surprising that not having an MVP will hurt you, but it hurt him.
You think it's surprising?
No, it's sarcastic.
More athletics,
No.
2 years in a row.
Say it's not
You mean
surprising at all.
9 times a
The Athletics
franchise.
lost 5-1 in the AL wildcard game to the Rays.
The
The
Rays are
boring
just so
Rays.
boring. I don't want them in the playoffs.
Alright, you're just quoting Carabas at this point on Twitter.
Because he's right, dude.
He is right, though. I hate the Tampa Bay Rays, but that just reminded me like.
And did you see his other tweet?
He was beefing with the Tampa Bay Rays.
You see his other tweet? Now we got to sit through a playoff game at the Trop.
And it's not even going to be full. I can guarantee at least one of the games won't sell out at the Trop.
At least one. I love.
You think they're gonna play more than one game at the Trop? The Astros.
They literally have. Oh, you're right. Wait, it's a 5-game series.
Yeah, it's the ALDS, dude. The Astros are gonna dust them. Did you hear their first 3 pitchers?
Yeah, it's
Verlander, Cole, Greinke.
I mean, but I like Tampa's chances though. I feel like Tampa has the best pitching
Nah,
staff.
what'd you have to say?
No, because there was a stat I read the other day. It was like the Astros are the first team in MLB history to have the most Ks strikeout pitching wise and the fewest Ks batting wise. That's scary. That's very scary.
That is scary. Also, what's his name? His name's Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole was, I think, 2 wins away from winning the Triple Crown.
He was awesome.
Verlander, and you know who had more wins was Verlander. So that's what makes it scary, because he had the lowest ERA, the most strikeouts, and he had 19 wins, and Verlander had 21 wins. That's scary. And then you throw Greinke into the mix.
No good for the Rays.
Do you think that motivates you?
If you're the Rays,
Well, no. If you're the Astros and if you're like Garrett Cole and your best, your teammate is also like this #1 pitcher.
oh yeah, that motivates me to want to be better. But I thought you were talking about the Rays, because if I was the Rays, I'm using all my champagne last night because I know it's not. There's no reason.
I'm going to the game drunk.
There's no reason to save it. You're not going to beat the Astros, so why save champagne to celebrate again when you could just do a super big celebration for winning the wild card?
I mean, that's a very good point. I feel like I'd still be drunk from that champagne for the next day. But honestly speaking, though, out of all the AL teams, I think Tampa has the best shot in terms of pitching wise. Minnesota doesn't have the rotation.
Dude, what? We're talking about the Astros right now. They have the best pitching.
No. I'm saying to take down.
Oh,
the
to take
Astros
down the
in
Astros. I was like, what is he talking about? The best
No,
pitching.
because the Yankees rotation isn't doing shit
You don't
besides
think the Yankees do?
Paxton and Severino. Tanaka away from home is so unreliable. But the thing is, they have who they have. They have Glasnow, who came back from the IL and has been filthy. They have Blake Snell. He can be a Cy Young pitcher. Who's your third? They have a third guy. It's Snell. We're gonna cut during this awkward, uncomfortable break, Josh. I'm just trying to get the third.
I'm just going to leave it. Yeah, so other MLB news other than playoffs, which we can get back to if you guys want. Verlander threw his 3,000th career strikeout, which was a little weird because you guys saw this. He pitched it, got the strikeout, but the catcher missed the ball, and then the guy reached first. And like the fans were like, like it was just like super weird. They and then Verlander was just like, dude, just catch my strike, please. Kind of a huge deal, but sure.
Can you blame the catcher though? Like Verlander's go-to pitches are like those 12-6 curveballs that are like in the dirt.
Look, man, if you're catching and Verlander might get his 3,000th K, just catch the ball.
I feel like it's a
Just
lot
do
more
your
pressure.
hardest.
I feel like if you're ever going to choke, that's
just
the
get
time.
your body in. Anyways, it's not really that big of a deal. Whatever. I'm not an Astros fan, so I don't care.
Fuck the Astros.
Pete Alonso hit his 53rd home run this season, passing Aaron Judge for the rookie home run. I just choked up. My bad. You know what I mean? The record. And my cousins were at that game, by the way.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, they were in one of those suites like for one of their birthdays.
Pretty crazy that record got to be quickly.
Yeah, it lasted, what,
2 years?
2 years.
I mean, it's sad as a Yankee fan to see it get beat, but...
You knew it was going to eventually.
Yeah, no.
After seeing a year like this.
The thing is, like, Aaron Judge did that, and the Yankees made the postseason. The Mets just fired their manager.
Oh, dude, that's... Oh, just kidding.
One thing I want to note, I saw this is a continuing trend in the MLB. This year broke another record for total strikeouts in Major League Baseball, and each year since 2008, they've broken that record continuously. Wow. So it's just a changing of the wind in baseball. Everyone's just trying to hit home runs.
As the years go, we see more home runs, more strikeouts. Kind of exciting. Okay. ESPN, obviously we talked about this last week. They released their top 100 players, and then they released their top 10 throughout this past week. I'm going to read it off for you. Or should I ask and you guys guess?
Wait, what league is this?
I think we already
The
know.
NBA. We already know? I'll read them off. Number 10, Paul George. 9, Damian Lillard. 8, Joel Embiid. 7, Nikola Jokic. 6, Stephen Curry. 5, Anthony Davis. 4, James Harden. 3, LeBron James. 2, Kawhi Leonard. And 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Kevin Durant did not make the list because he's injured for the entire year. We did find out Clay is injured, but he'll be coming back, so that's why he was 49th. But KD's out, so he's not on the list.
Out.
What do you guys think? Any
I don't
snubs,
watch basketball.
thoughts?
I'll pass the conversation on to you guys.
I would have liked to see Kawhi in the 1 spot, LeBron in the 2 spot, and then Giannis in the 3 spot. I know Giannis had a stellar year last year, but I think he's still got some things to work on in his game that, well, obviously he's a superstar now, that will raise him to the superstar level. He's got to work on his shooting, he's got to develop a three-pointer. I mean, teams are just going to sag off of him.
I would
His
go
game
ahead.
is getting to the rim, and he's got to be a little more versatile.
I would almost agree with you. I do not think Giannis should be in the 1 spot because he had a great season, MVP season. He didn't get his team past the Raptors in the playoffs. That's a big deal. I know it's a regular season award. Kawhi was a huge part for that team. I put Kawhi at number 1, Giannis at number 2. I keep LeBron at 3 because he's still the greatest, but he was injured for a certain amount of the season, so we didn't see, they probably make the playoffs while they, it's hard to say, but he's not injured, things change.
I'm actually going to agree with Jared. I think Kawhi should have been 1 and then LeBron 2 and then Giannis 3 because LeBron, obviously he was injured, but, even though he was injured for, a lot of the season, he still did really good stat-wise. I think he had, correct me if I'm wrong, he had, upward of, 27 points average.
I mean, he averaged the same. He averaged 27, 8, and 8.
Even though you missed, a large majority of the games.
Well, the only thing about that is you play less games, so your average is, the more you play, the more your average is likely to go down unless you keep it up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, that is true. LeBron did still have a good season. I'm excited to see how he does this year. Thoughts on how these players are going to do with their new teams? Giannis didn't change. LeBron didn't change. But LeBron's team around him changed. So what are your guys' thoughts on LeBron with AD and all that?
I think it's a great team, but the Clippers might still be the better team in LA. Just because LeBron and AD's filthy, scary, but I feel like Paul George and Kawhi are closer to their primes. LeBron's LeBron, but we have to take into account his age at some point. And in sports you can talk about the cliff and all, but I think that Kawhi coming off the season that because he pretty much took Toronto to that championship. That was one of the best rentals ever in sports. It's just that 1 year guy, get him in, get a ring, get out.
Yeah.
But I feel with him and Paul George both entering well, not entering, but in the middle of great times in their careers, that's unstoppable.
Dill, what do you think about this Lakers team?
I think they're looking great. I really like all the pieces that they brought in. They got Danny Green too. He's going to be a big help to the
Huge.
Lakers.
That's huge.
That's
He's a huge role player.
That's
Huge.
huge
Yeah.
anywhere.
He's huge. Move the ball more. Great shooter. Dangerous from the
Avery
outside.
Bradley. Doesn't know.
Ben, starting with you, what early NBA Finals prediction?
Well, I can guarantee Sixers are in it. With that defensive core they have, taking your man Al Horford.
I want a serious NBA Finals prediction.
All right, Sixers. I really do believe that they can do it. Scoring wise, unless Ben Simmons develops a 3-point shooting, it'll be a little hard. But Sixers, and then in the other side, I think the Nuggets.
Yeah, that's.
Sixers Nuggets.
Mhm.
I forgot about that.
Wow, hot take.
Jokic and I mean,
Also, what number is
they're
Josh
good.
Richardson? Dylan,
Sorry.
what's he?
23.
Is he wearing 23? He took Jimmy's number.
Yeah.
You don't know
He
that.
I'll look it up.
guessed. He has no idea.
You have no
As you
idea.
guys go, I'll look it up right now.
Dylan,
Let's see.
prediction.
Prediction: Bucks Clippers.
Ooh, I'm not opposed to that.
What was it?
I like that idea.
You guys are gonna laugh at me when I say it.
I'm excited for yours. Nada.
I think Lakers Bucks.
Lakers Bucks. Wow, 2 people have Bucks in there. Anthony, you go. We don't want to hear Jared's last.
I don't know. I'd love to see another
He's
Lakers
0, my
Celtics one,
bad.
but I don't know. I think I'm at Lakers Bucks probably.
Lakers Bucks again. I knew he was 0. You're a fake fan.
Not a fake fan. I follow 4 sports religiously.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it comes with slack.
I'm gonna go first because I want to save Jared's last because he said it's gonna be funny.
Good.
They probably.
I like the Bucks there. I think they're gonna step up. They lost Malcolm Brogdon, who's a huge deal. He's with the Pacers. I really like that kid. Giannis is gonna continue to grow. He's a freak. Chris Middleton's huge.
Did he deserve that money though? Didn't he get like a huge contract?
Middleton, yeah, he
Yeah,
deserves it.
I don't watch enough of
He's
the
good.
basketball. I didn't know, but I saw Max
He's the
contract.
real deal too. Count how many times I've said he's the real deal in this episode, but he's the real deal. So Bucks, I want to give it. I guess I'll go with Dylan's too. I like Bucks Clippers. That's a safe pick. I think. I don't think it's gonna be fully right because things change, but that's a safe pick. Jarrett,
Anthony, you briefly touched on this.
no, don't go where I think you're going.
Lakers.
No.
Celtics.
Stop! I read it like a book. Lakers Celtics. That would be the biggest
I would
deal.
say-
You think Kemba
That
can
would be
carry that
crazy.
team through the East?
I think Kemba, Jason Tatum, Jalen.
I don't think
Brown.
Kemba-
I
Kemba's
love
not
it.
gonna
I love
have
it. They added-
Kemba's not gonna.
All right,
I love
all
it.
right.
They added Enes Kanter. He's gonna be a huge part of
Yeah.
this.
That's if Turkey doesn't
Listen,
go.
Yeah.
number
Right
five.
in the US.
Number
That's
five.
right.
Enes Kanter is the real deal,
No, but like
dude.
all jokes aside, I feel like people forget how good he actually is offensively. Like
Yeah.
Enes Kanter is
ridiculous.
Is or was?
The only
just
thing
when all that-
is-
I mean, he was on a
is-
joke team. They were a joke.
With
I
the
mean, that
Knicks?
whole thing with the Turkey.
That was
Harris
only because he
Campbell.
was on the Knicks, and
And everyone kind of forgot how good Enes Kanter is.
then he goes to what the Trailblazers he went to at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Filled in for Yusuf Nurkic, who went down with a freak accident in the end of before the playoffs, and played a huge role. Him and Miles Leonard in the playoffs. That's big, dude. Enes Kanter is a good player. The only thing I'm concerned about is his rebounding because we lose Al Horford who can rebound. But I am excited if
Go
he can
Sixers.
if he can grow
Thanks, man.
if he
Gotcha.
if he can grow into the role I want him to. Robert Williams, our rookie, he's a young guy. This is his third year, second year. This is his third year. He'll be. He's our rookie. All right, my bad.
No,
I've
I
been
get
saying
what
he's
you're
our
saying.
rookie for
Yeah.
so long. He's our young guy because he didn't really play. He's been playing a lot with the Red Claws, which is our like farm team. So like I don't think of him as like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He is a tall guy, very athletic, blocking machine. If he can grow into a rebounder, Celtics Lakers, that'd be a fun
Be
one.
insane.
Yeah, that's actually.
And that'd be a
My
game.
prediction.
If I'm in a financial state where I can afford to just drop as much of my bank account as that's going to cost, I would do my
That's
heart.
close to $1,000.
I would try so hard to be there.
Over $1,000. It's gonna be like $1,500.
Dylan, you still up to the Yankees Twins game?
Top 7 plays of the week. I'm going to kick us off going back to regular season MLB. Red Sox, Orioles. This is in the last game of the season. Jackie Bradley up to bat, and he's going to blast one out to right field. This thing's carrying this colder September day. But the Orioles, there is the Orioles right fielder robbing that right over the Orioles bullpen. They're loving it. Possibly the catch of the year. Let's look at that thing again. Oh my God, I believe this kid's name is Stevie Wilkinson. Very baseball name, by the way. And that just goes right back to earlier in the season when Jackie Bradley robbed a walk-off home run off the Orioles, so it only makes sense for them to rob him.
My top play this week is Gardner Minshew, the real deal. He fades like everybody on the Broncos team. They don't stand a chance. Von Miller not coming down anybody's throat, and he throws to, I'm not really sure who that was, but amazing throw, and then Gardner goes on to lead them to the win. Gardner's the real deal.
My top play of the week is the Giants-Redskins game. Dwayne Haskins throws the ball, and Leo Peppers picks it off to bring in for a Giants touchdown. Giants went on to win that game.
You could have left us on the cliffhanger.
Postseason baseball in our nation's capital.
My top play of the week was the NL wildcard game where Juan Soto was beautiful.
Juan Soto ripped a pitch into right field, got under the right fielder's glove. That'll drive in 3. Should have stopped at second. Going to third, gets thrown out on the base path, but as you can see, he does not care. He's pumped, and so were the Nats, who went on to win that game, going on to the NLDS.
Next up, Red Sox Orioles. Tied 4-4, bottom of the ninth, 0 outs. Mookie on first, Rafi on hitting.
You're dumb. That's 2 players. Go ahead, keep going.
Rafi on hitting.
Misses it, Mookie's running, past the second base. Right fielder gets it, he grabs it.
Can I do this one too? Let me do this one too. I got it.
No, I literally gave mine away.
I used to write.
Last game of the season and the final outs for the Red Sox in their disappointing season. Rafi up to bat and Mookie Betts on first. Rafi's going to dribble that one over the shortstop or second baseman. Excuse me, I'm not watching the play. But Mookie rounding to third base, and the right fielder leisurely throws that one in. When Mookie steals, running home as fast as he can, he scores, and a weird walk-off win for the Red Sox in their very disappointing season. But a fun little way to go out.
I don't think you need to steal that bag. Now watch him round. He takes a peek. Looks. And I'm going because they're not paying me any attention. Mookie racing home.
We're going to go to Panthers-Texans in Week 4. Christian McCaffrey going to hit that one off his fingertips a few times, then dive and make a nice catch there against the Texans in Week 4. Nice play from McCaffrey there.
Wow. A catch by Christian McCaffrey.
Very good. Another dude. Sometimes when we do these top plays late at night, they get a little iffy. I apologize. I had to do Ben's top play and Nato's top play because they couldn't figure it out. And they were watching the videos, and I did it without watching the videos, so I'm way better.
I wanted to put emotion I just didn't have with it.
All right. Anyone? Any closing remarks from anybody?
Go Sun.
Fuck the Astros.
Go Sun.
Go Suns.
Go Dolphins.
Let's go Sun. Let's go Sun. Let's go Sun. Let's go. All right.
All right.
Thanks, guys.